Alright guys, I know some people are having some problems with the JavaScript stuff, so I want to go through with that. There are a few things I want to get down before I begin. And I recommend watching this in HD because I'm going to be typing in the console, and 720p should be best for looking at text. 720p or better. I think it's going to be 720p. I mean, you don't really need to see anything better for the video. That is, there are a few things you should remember about JavaScript. It's used for the interactive parts of websites, for form interactivity or galleries or interact anything. Most things are interactive, but that's not the exclusive use. It's used outside of the web. It can be used in QML applications that run on your phone, amongst other things. It's not Java. I noticed a lot of people actually called it Java, but Java is a different programming language. It's used for different. Well, it can be used for the same thing actually. Not most web browsers, but most used outside of web browsers can be used for the same thing. And it was there before JavaScript, and I believe there was a lawsuit at one point because of the naming. JavaScript could be used for games and animations, and the reason why it's important to bring this up is because at one point people had to use plugins like Flash for their games and their animations, but now JavaScript is quite advanced enough to have that functionality. Another thing is the style varies. Now I meant something when I wrote this, but I can't remember what, and I really don't care. So one thing you should do right now is you should open your favorite website. It could be whatever. Christmas. No, I just made a typo. Anyways. Then right-click Inspect Element, and then press Console. Oh, that is a little big. Okay, I guess that's better. Now, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you something called console.log, and then there should be a string that's a text wrapped between quotes. Doesn't matter if you use double or single quotes. What this does is this prints out some text, and I'll show you what this dot does and what function is later. So anyways, console.log will print out anything we want. Now, something far more important, however, that I want to show you is a variable. And a variable is basically saying this name is equal to this value. All right. So right now we said e is equal to 34. Or if you want to use a global variable, which I will explain what that is when it's relevant, for e equals 34, it's going to say undefined. I'll explain why later again. The reason for a variable is because we don't necessarily know everything. Our job is to process input and give output. So basically, if the user enters a form, if they enter their name in a form and we need their name, we'd basically take that input and let's say we needed to put a space between their first and last name, like John Smith, and we just took that input and we processed it. Alright, I'll show you guys how to get input from a form or something later, but right now it's just important to remember our job. Now another thing I want to show was basic arithmetic in JavaScript. So if we wanted to add two numbers, 72 plus 34, it could be any number. It's basically the same as you would in math. For subtraction, it'd be the same. It'd be 2 minus multiplication. So 2 times. You notice you use this asterisk for that. Or for division, use a /, which is great. And we can also use variables here. Oh, my bad. We can use variables here. We can use, oops. We can use them as we would elsewhere. And then remember that e is equal to 34. So just play around with this a bit if it's fresh to you. We could also change that value of that variable. Let's say we wanted to change that variable to equal, let's make a new variable. Let's make our variable change to equal the value e times 2, which I believe is 68, because it's 34, okay, yeah, it's 68. And now we have our variable's values changed. Now what if we wanted to change e to 68? You can do that. We can simply set it to 68, or we can do something like times equal to, or now e is equal to 68. And that's basically an easy way to change the value of a variable really quickly. Basically just put the operation symbol before the equal sign, divided equals 234 again. These could be any number. These could be any number. It could be any operation, subtraction, addition. I don't know if it supports like the C++ style. Okay, it does. So we can just add to it using plus plus. Subtract using minus minus. It'll be a value of 1. If we want to use more than 1, you just put plus equal whatever number. And that's basically just an easy way of interfering with variables. Our variable can be a string. We can reassign variables. And there we go. Our variable's value is different. Alright? So just play around with that a bit. How rude.